Peter Nygard's lawyer is asking the judge for a 6-year sentence for the former fashion mogul convicted of multiple counts of sexual assault. Gerri Wiebe says there are multiple mitigating factors to sentencing Nygard, including his age, the harsh conditions in prison, and his lack of criminal record. Wiebe says he should be credited for time served, which would mean a 6-year sentence would translate to around 2 years of jail time left. Crown attorneys are suggesting a 15-year prison sentence. The judge set to make a decision on August 2nd. And for more reaction to this, we are joined live now by criminal defense lawyer Kim Schofield. Kim, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. So we are now learning that the defense is asking for a 6-year sentence for Peter Nygard, arguing that that would be the best case scenario given his age and medical condition. How do you think that's going to be received by the judge?
Well, keep in mind the Crown's position is one of 15 years, defense one of 6 years.
Right.
It's not unusual for the Crown and the defense not to agree, and in fact to be far apart in sentencing. I think, and usually what happens in cases like this is the judge comes down somewhere in the middle. I think probably an 8 to 10 year sentence is what he's facing, minus pre-sentence custody. Now, he hasn't served the entirety of his sentence, but whatever time he has served, he gets 1.5 days for every day credit that he has served. So it will be minus that. And the defense wants him to stay in what we know as the reformatory stream, so to go to a provincial jail and not a federal institution.
Right. And Kim, you just talked about this, but Mr. Wiebe also asking the court to give Nygard 1.5 days of credit for each of the more than 1,000 days that he's already spent in custody. So that would leave him with about 2 years left to serve. Can you help us understand that?
Well, statutorily, pre-trial custody is given enhanced credit because the theory goes is that you don't have access to rehabilitation programs and any potential parole. So 1 day is actually worth more than 1 day. So that is a statutory eligibility. So in the statute, the criminal code says you are eligible for the 1.5 days. If you want anything more than that, you can apply to the court for enhanced credit. But he will be entitled, most likely, to the 1.5 days for every day already served.
And there's more legal trouble for the former fashion tycoon. Aside from this Toronto case, he's also facing charges in 2 other provinces and the U.S. He just turned 83 years old. How do you see this playing out, given his age?
Well, they'll have to make a decision on whether there's any public interest in prosecuting, depending, of course, on what sentence he receives. Now, he doesn't have to serve the entirety of the sentence before facing other prosecution. And in fact, he could easily have other trials either within Canada or outside of the country, depending on if extradition is sought in this country.
Criminal defense lawyer Kim Schofield, good to be with you. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.